Have you ever had that moment, finishing a game completely wrecked, but you look over at that one guy who looks like he could go another round? You think you've got no stamina, right? Well, starting today, stop repeating that mistake. You think you've been training your endurance, but all you've been doing is training one specific way to get tired. I'm Yellow Dude, the fat guy who dissects the body with science. And today we're talking about the one thing you've been getting wrong all along: the energy systems. You've been using one kind of tired to deal with everything that needs stamina. Let's look at the most common crash and burn scenarios. One mistake, 3 ways to die. Death number 1, the explosive power junkie. He wants to jump higher, so he trains until complete exhaustion every single day, with only 30 seconds of rest between sets, gasping like he just ran a marathon. Sorry, my dude, you might have built a little endurance, but your vertical leap is absolutely cooked. Your muscles never had time to recharge that thing called ATP. Think of it like charging your phone. You plug it in for 1% and yank it out. Your explosive system is starving to death. Death number 2, the high-intensity, repeated output athlete. Fighters, basketball players, they know they need that lung-burning feeling, so they always do Tabata, always pushing to the limit. The result? They only learned how to function while drowning in lactate, not how to clear it fast. They turned their body into a high-performance engine with a blocked exhaust pipe. The moment they go hard, they overheat. Death number 3, the most common one. The average person who never moves and then one day forces themselves to push through. They go run 5 kilometers, every breath rasping in their throat, their heart and lungs about to explode. They think that's cardio training, but that's not training your cardiovascular system. That's torturing your fragile aerobic foundation. You're trying to build the second floor without laying a foundation. Of course it collapses. One mistake, repeated. You only have a hammer. So, everything looks like a nail. You only know one way to exert yourself, and you call that endurance training. So what's the real issue? We need to break down how your body actually works. Your body is not the 2-speed machine you imagine, either a casual stroll or a death sprint. It has 3 completely different energy production lines. Think of it like a hybrid car, pure electric hybrid and fuel-burning modes. First, the ATP-PC system. I call it Gear 1. It handles pure explosive power, lasting about 10 seconds. A max effort squat, a maximum height vertical jump. This system fires up fast, burns out fast, and recovers slow. If you do not give it enough rest, it stays in deficit. Think of it like a video game. Ultimate ability. You use it, then you wait for the cooldown. Second, the glycolytic system, Gear 2, hybrid mode. It handles high-intensity output from 30 seconds to 2 minutes. This is when you get that familiar burning sensation in your muscles. That's lactate building up. Most people feel the burn and think, yes, I'm working hard. And that's not wrong. But the real key isn't just enduring the burn, it's training your body to clear it out quickly. Third, the aerobic system, Gear 3, economy mode. This is your endurance king, keeping you moving for hours, and more importantly, it's the power bank for Gears 1 and 2. The stronger your aerobic base, the faster you recover after explosive efforts. Now that you understand the mechanism, you should see, endurance isn't one single thing. It's the coordination of all 3 production lines. Your job is to give them the right instructions based on your goal. Let's translate that mechanism into movements. 3 kinds of tired, with precise recipes. First, I want you to train Gear 1, pure explosive power. The recipe is all-out output, complete rest. The simplest movement, explosive push-ups. Don't do those slow, grindy sets of 50. Do 5 sets of just 5 reps each. But every single rep, imagine you're exploding the ground away from you, with your hands leaving the floor. How do you find that feeling? At the moment you push up, imagine your palms are dancing on a scorching hot iron plate. Touch it for just an instant, then spring away instantly. Use your phone to time yourself. Mandatory rest of 2 to 3 minutes between sets. You might think that's too much rest, that your body doesn't feel it. But it's during that long rest that your explosive fuel gets fully recharged. If your body doesn't feel anything, you're doing the wrong kind of feeling. You want every rep to be as fast as the first one. Second, I want you to train gear 2, high intensity tolerance. The recipe is, withstand the burn, clear it quickly. Let's keep it simple and brutal. High knee sprints in place. Stay in one spot, but max out your cadence for 30 seconds. Your thighs should come up parallel to the ground, and your arm swing should match the rhythm of your legs. Don't think about stopping. After 30 seconds, don't just collapse. Walk around slowly, take deep breaths, and wait until your breathing calms down and your heart rate drops. Then hit the next round. Repeat 4 to 6 sets. Your goal isn't to see how wrecked you can get. It's to see if, at the start of the next round, you can still hit the same cadence as the previous one. Third, train gear 3, your endurance power bank. The recipe is, keep a conversational pace and stretch the time. This is so simple that lazy people will ignore it. Brisk walking, light jogging, cycling. All work. Here's the only cue, nose breathing. Keep the intensity low enough that you can maintain it, with just nose in, nose out breathing. If you have to open your mouth to gasp, slow down. Keep this up for 40 to 60 minutes. You might think, is this even training? But believe it or not, this is the foundation of your entire endurance pyramid. It determines how fast all your other systems recharge. All right, now you know the 3 production lines. How do you know where you're stuck? The regression and progression are right in front of you. If you're doing explosive push-ups and by the 3rd set your arms go soft and you can't push off anymore, your gear 1 isn't online yet. Regress to kneeling explosive push-ups or even wall push explosions. Drop the force requirement, but keep the instruction all out and rest correct. Progression. When you can control that easily, move to box jumps or barbell power cleans. If you're doing those 30-second high knee sprints, and by 20 seconds your legs feel like lead, your gear 2 exhaust pipe is badly clogged. The regression is simple. Cut the time to 20 seconds. Still all out, but shorten the pain window. Don't force garbage form through the last 10 seconds. Progression? Extend from 30 seconds to 40, or even try a full minute of continuous combinations. The most underestimated regression is for gear 3. A lot of people aren't even at the level where they can run for 40 minutes. If your aerobic base is garbage, if you can't even walk a few blocks without huffing, then the regression is starting with just 20 minutes of nose breathing walking every day. Don't be embarrassed. That's literally your physical foundation. Now, a mandatory safety warning for when strategy bumps into the body's limits. This fat guy needs to say this seriously. If during your workout, you feel not muscle burn but joint stabbing pain like a needle inside your knee or something catching in your shoulder, stop. That's not energy system training, that's tissue screaming for help. That's not building endurance, that's accumulating injury, especially if you have any known heart conditions or blood pressure issues. Extreme high-intensity intervals put massive, sudden stress on your cardiovascular system. This content is sports science education. It can't replace your doctor's judgment. Pain is not something to tough out. Go see a professional. That's the greatest respect you can show your body. Finally, a design that even lazy people can execute. Resources that come to you naturally. We've covered a lot here, and you can't exactly flip through a video while you're at the gym, right? So I've taken the entire training logic from Gear 1 to Gear 3 and turned it into a video format athletic blueprint. It's not a textbook, it's just a few ready-to-follow workout videos. You can hit play, listen to my voice, and I'll be right there telling you which gear you're training, why you're training it, and how to control your breathing. All you have to do is follow along. If you're tired of turning endurance training into random exhaustion, I've put the link below. Time for a closing roast. You might have always thought your endurance was your weakest link, that other people were just born better runners and jumpers. But today you learned that your body's energy systems are actually way smarter than you gave them credit for. They've just been micromanaged by an owner who didn't speak their language. Now you know their 3 languages. Go outside and say hello to your new engine.